didn't think I was gonna be making a video like this. Believe me, this wasn't on my 2020 agenda. Let's face the facts. Everyone thought that 2020 would be the best year. It'd be awesome, exciting, learning new experience, just good things for everyone. Of course, that didn't happen. And it's no one's fault. Except in the second conversation we're gonna have, it is someone's fault. But this one right here, December 31st, 2019, was when COVID-19 was born. You're probably like, what the fuck? Like, you can tell by the title, this conversation isn't gonna be fun. It isn't gonna be comforting. It has to do with straight up facts. So, let's get started. Back then, a day before 2020 actually became something, COVID-19 was created. And before we get started, please subscribe. Please hit that bell icon to notify you when a new video comes up. Also join the Fire Fam. Also like this video if you agree that this wasn't as planned, and comment down below what we're going to talk about after COVID-19 is done being discussed. I will bring it up again, don't worry. So, a couple years ago, we had the crisis of Ebola. This guy that came from Africa that was vacationing, came to America because of business, and Ebola was created. Well, COVID-19 kind of happened the same way. I don't really think it was anyone's fault. It's just nature, things happen. Can't really control everything, but they could have been prepared. And I don't know what I mean by that, but they could have prepared a little bit better. So, in America, or in China, that's when COVID-19 happened. In America, it didn't happen. It didn't happen until January 20th, 2020. Yeah, it didn't happen a couple weeks later. Let's face the facts. A guy came from China, and literally, I'm not trying to like blame anyone from China. I'm not saying it's your guys' fault or anything. I'm just saying, a guy, just like what happened to Ebola, a guy came to America from their country, and that's how it started for us. I'm not blaming anyone. I didn't blame anyone back when Ebola happened. I'm not blaming anyone. It's just the facts that came up when I looked up COVID-19. Okay, so what made it worse was people were panicking when we were told that we could be quarantined. Everyone was panicking. Everybody's like, oh my god, I gotta grab all this toilet paper and all this water and like everything. You're like, be smart. Grab stuff that will help you stay healthy. Soap. Oh, hand sanitizer went missing too, but you know, 99.99% germs don't always go away. Anyways, that 1% germs could still be there. But me, when it happened, I made sure, first thing I did was I made sure I had a sweet. Since I have a sweet tooth, I made sure that sweet item could last through a quarantine, because I didn't know how long it was going to be. Second thing I bought was soap. Hand soap. Wash your hands. I didn't buy the toilet paper. I wanted to buy like things that would actually keep me healthy, like vitamins and like stuff that if I had like a symptom that wasn't the full symptom of what COVID was, I wanted to make sure I had it. I don't know what got through everybody's head, but what is toilet paper gonna do for you? Like, I don't know. Anyways, back to what I was saying. There was 4,422 deaths out of COVID-19. Like, what? And they still don't have a cure for it. And even though we were all told to wash our hands, stay 6 feet apart, and wear masks. Even though things were going to start opening up the beginning of June, that didn't happen because of what happened at the end of May. May 25th, 2020, a guy named George Floyd in Minneapolis, I think it was. I can't remember that much information in my head. I wrote most of it down on a piece of paper because I was like, this guy, an African-American 46-year-old man, was told that he was making a fake check, but also other information saying a fake $20 bill, but doesn't matter. He was blamed for something he didn't do. Police officer name of, hold on, let me look that up. Sorry, I forgot. Derek something. They handcuffed him. They said he refused to get in the police car. They dragged him to the ground, and this ex-police officer, Derek, put his knee on George Floyd's neck. And for like, I think they said 8 minutes and something seconds. I fully can't remember a lot of information. I have ADHD, so that's not an excuse. That's just, I can't remember a lot. I didn't graduate high school on purpose. Anyways, for 8 minutes and something seconds, George Floyd was on the ground saying, "I can't breathe. Please, 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 I can't breathe. Please, man." And all the bystanders were telling him, "Dude, he's unresponsive. Get off of him. Like, dude, you shouldn't be doing this." The other police officer was with Derek. Officer Derek was trying to, when this one guy from the little place, the little market that was near them, he was trying to help George Floyd, and the police officer that was with Derek, he shoved him back into the crowd. You guys know I've mentioned this more than once on social media. Just because you have a badge, a uniform, you have no godly fucking right to treat people like this. They first tried to say that his death was a heart attack. But we all know that his death was because some asshole police officer decided to put his fucking knee on a human being. Just because you went to school to be a police officer does not give you the fucking godly right to hurt or kill someone. And then try to play it off that you didn't do it. And you could tell that the person was weak because you find out later on that this asshole, Derek, literally is on suicide watch. That's how much of That's how much you could tell this guy's a fucking pussy. If he has to be on suicide watch because he wants to kill himself because he's in prison. I got the notification. The reason why I know this is because 3 days ago they were in a high-risk prison or whatever. I heard of Derek being there. Only reason why I know that is because I got the notification for it. The peaceful protest happened the day after George Floyd's death. And later on, I think a day or two later, the peaceful protest was still going on. It happened. The peaceful protest was all over, literally all over United States. And then the rioting happened, which I kind of understand but kind of don't agree with. Yes, I understand that the police officers started bringing rubber bullets and freaking pepper spray to the peaceful protest. Peaceful, keyword, peaceful protest. Like, really? You just think that bringing those to a peaceful protest is gonna make the protest nice and quiet and peaceful? No, it's gonna rile people up. It's gonna make the situation worse than it already has to be. And then afterwards, looting happened. Why were people looting? I know, because it was like, oh, cops were paying so much attention to peaceful protesters that, like, and the riots, that, like, they just thought it was okay to just start looting. Like, I don't get that. I really don't want to go there either, because I just don't get it. The reason why I want you to comment down below is because Black Lives Matter. Put down below in the comments, hashtag Black Lives Matter. We literally should be treated equal. And that's what we were all taught by all these important people in the history of life and in the future, of mostly like Martin Luther King Jr. He was dreaming for a world to have equal peace. And we still don't have that, because people like ex-officer Derek, like people like him, just think that because someone's a different color race, that it's okay to just like brush it off and just be like, oh, he has a gun, when really he doesn't have a gun. Like, there's this jogger literally jogging, was shot weeks after George Floyd's murder, and they thought he had something, but it was just his wallet. He was pulling his wallet out and he was told that he had a gun. Like, I don't, this frustrates me so much. Okay, let me just tell you this. I didn't really want to make a video like this because I just felt like people wouldn't care to hear my opinion on what is going on in life. I felt like people wouldn't want to hear it. Like, oh, her opinion doesn't really matter, or her opinion isn't right, or her opinion doesn't make sense. Me personally, I think everyone should be treated equal. I think the only reason why the riots happened was because of the officers that decided to bring rubber bullets and pepper spray to a peaceful fucking protest. There's another protest coming up on Donald Trump's birthday, because Donald Trump is a racist motherfucker, and he just needs to have a terrible birthday. I don't wish that on a lot of people, but he needs it. Maybe he'll have common sense when he sees that his birthday was ruined by protests. I have told people this, I would protest, but I'm at a higher risk of getting coronavirus than anything else, because I do have asthma and I do have lung problems, so I'm not willing to die because of it. Also, I don't have money to donate because I am freaking poor. I'm in the middle of the freaking process of transitioning from one insurance to the other because my other insurance is very weak. But no, I would protest and I would donate, but I just can't. And so I've decided that making this video maybe will help support, even though my channel is literally invisible to the rest of the YouTube, to be honest. But anyways, Black Lives Matter. Any color matters, to be honest, but at this very moment, George Floyd did not deserve to die because some asshole in a uniform that was white decided that, I don't care, he doesn't matter, like, he's not equal, he's not human, like, whatever, and you pretty much just murder him. You can't sit there and cry in court when you decided to put your fucking knee into someone's neck and think that they were going to be fine. And even when he said, "I can't breathe," you still continued to put your knee in his neck. Days later, I think it was a week later, same person was in the same predicament, and they were gonna put their knee in his neck, and the freaking police officer was like, hey, knee, your knee, like to tell them, hey, no. But literally this guy was gonna do the same thing that they did to George Floyd. And to be fucking honest, I feel like that police officers, mostly male African American or male white men, should feel the pain and the struggle of being in handcuffs, face down on asphalt, with someone putting their knee on your head or on your back or on your body. Like, see how much it hurts, so that they can know that doing that to someone else is fucked up. And that, oh, I felt that pain, I don't want to do that. I would love to see that happen. I don't know. I feel like that this, I know we're on like curfew. For us in San Bernardino County, it's 6 p.m. curfew. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. In LA, it's the same. For other people, it's 7 to 7 p.m. So we're all on curfew. It's only the beginning of 2020, for crying out loud. It's only June. A lot of people, and things are still closed from COVID. So summer could be really boring for some people that don't have a pool, or it could be really good for people that do have a pool. But who knows? And for God forbid, this is gonna go on for years. Just feel like people should just be treated equal. If you're protesting, wear your masks. Make sure you wash your hands. Like, just do the protocol so we don't have to suffer from everything that 2020 has brought to us. So we're gonna do a few minutes of silence. You'll hear cars because that's not going to be silent enough. I'm not in frame, sorry. But you see, I'm going to be doing the Black Lives Matter pose. Let's do this. And a few of the protesters chants, were, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe." Or, "Who's this for? George Floyd. Who's this for? George Floyd. Who's this for? George Floyd." If you think that what those officers did were right, you're wrong. Black Lives Matter. Every race is equal. And if those two races, African American and Mexican and Italian, and everyone can't be equal, no one's equal. Fair game. Everyone's equal, or no one's equal. Black Lives Matter.